Hey guys, what's up? So yesterday we went through the brabo choke. Today what we're going to do is we're going to work on the brabo choke again. A little bit different situation, but still from the close guard. And we're going to look at how we can chain together our arm lock from the brabo choke. So once you start playing around with the lapels around the back of the neck and around the neck, your partner is generally going to try to defend that. So we're going to have a look at what we can do from there. So I'll just jump into close guard, guys. So we're going to be in our close guard position here, stock standard, right? Our partner's going to come down this time. So instead of us setting it up from up high, this one we're going to look at when our partner tries to come down a little bit lower on us and tries to sort of hold on to us, so not really do too much. They just want to stay in this position. So from here, I'm going to put my hand on the back of the neck or just keep some weight down on the back of the head to stop them from posturing up. And I'm going to start to dig the lapel out. Okay, so I'm going to start to pull the lapel out as much as I can. Now, sometimes that can be a little bit difficult when you're trying to dig in here and it's hard. So one thing you can do is just to keep your partner down and use your hand over the top of their arm, because normally their arms are going to be on here like here. You can come over the top, or you can use this hand that's over the top and just grab whatever you want from the back and just pull straight up at the back, okay? If you can get in and pull it from the front and punch it under your arm, no problem. But sometimes that can be difficult, especially when they're holding you down. So what I do is I just bring my hand all the way over to the lat and just start pulling it out from the back here. And now we have that lapel that we're looking for. We're going to cut our angle like we did yesterday and bring our arm on the inside. Now, yesterday we went straight to the collar. We made the connection on the neck and went to the collar and went for the choke. Today what we're going to look at is when we get this lapel, this brabo over the top, over the back here, and we're controlling our partner's neck, and they start to bring their arm up and grab our arm and defend. Okay, so this is going to be like they're trying to push our arm off, or maybe they're just trying to hold or stop our other arm from coming in, or whatever they want to do here. But now I'm going to start to focus on this elbow and the shoulder. I want to keep this elbow up. The more he defends with this elbow bent like this, the better it is for me. So as soon as I see this position here with his elbow coming up onto my belly like this, I'm going to bring my foot and step onto his hip. All right, I can still be threatening the choke here to make him think like I'm still going for the brabo, but really now I'm going to look to attack the arm. Cool. So he grabs my arm, or he just puts his arms to make some space away for me, make it hard for me to get the leverage for the choke. So I'm going to step my foot right onto the hip. Okay, and I'm going to squeeze my knees together, and as I do that I'm going to twist my body. So I'm going to go 1, 2, just like that. I want to keep his arm in nice and tight here. I'm pulling him down now with this brabo grip, and my leg is under his armpit and staying up nice and high to keep some control of this leg as well. So from here, normally what you would see is guys would start to push the head, bring the leg over the top and start to look for the arm lock straight away. The only thing I don't like about going straight to the arm lock from here is the lack of control that you get when you take your foot from the hip and you open your leg and try to bring your leg around. The guy can defend here, you know, blocking your inside thigh, and now you're kind of stuck. And it's okay, like we can do other things here, but we're trying to get that elbow. And if this elbow goes back on, look, if this forearm goes into my thigh here, the back of my thigh, it can be really difficult, especially if he makes a grip. If he pulls his arm all the way through, then he's going to get triangled or omoplated. So a lot of the time, they'll just block down in here. It makes it hard now to get anything going. Obviously, I've still got a good range of movement, but it can be a bit more difficult. And the original idea was to get the arm lock. And the way that I get the arm lock is to control the shoulder. So once I've got my foot here like this, and he's like that, his elbow is, I've got my block behind the back of the elbow. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring my legs and close my guard over the shoulder. So I bring my legs and close them over the shoulder. And what this does is it means that if I lose my brabo grip, I still have control of the posture. So if I let go of the grip now, but my leg is over the top of the shoulder, it's much harder for him to pull his arm away, and it's harder for him to bring his head up and down. I have that full control over his upper body now with my high guard. So this is what I really like to get to. Normally when I'm doing any sort of arm locks or omoplatas and things, I really like this position from the close guard with the arm over the shoulder. Hodger Gracie uses this a lot. You may have seen in the competitions that he's in, he does this a lot from close guard where he's over the top. It's an older position. It's an old position to use, but it's very, very effective. All right, so we're here, partner gets low, we're gonna control. If we can't pull the jacket out from inside because he's too tight here, I'm gonna use my hand over the top and start to pull the jacket out from the back. All right, I cut my angle and I slide my hand, and I can weasel my hand in there pretty good just to get the grip on the lapel. All right, if they're really tight, I can just make some space and just push through and get here. Okay, now he comes in to bring his arm into defense, so I bring my foot onto the hip, and I basically go to like I'm gonna do an arm lock. I shift my hips out, and I put my foot on the hip. Now I'm gonna rotate and go over the top of the shoulder first, not over the head. All right, straight over the shoulder. From here, I still like to put my hand like we did yesterday, where I make connection on the neck with my forearm. Just in case something happens, I can always swing back and go to the brabo if I need it, the choke if I need it. Or now I can just use it to push his head away, stiff arm his face, and bring my leg over the top, and now I can start to look for the arm block. One little detail on your legs, guys. When your leg goes over the top, you'll notice that your hip is kind of on this angle where your knee is kind of going down towards the back and your foot is going down towards the back. If that happens when you're doing arm locks, a lot of guys will lose arm locks in this situation because the more of an angle my foot goes towards his hips, the easier it's going to be for him to turn this corner. So what I generally do is once I've got my leg up high, I generally turn my knee in. Okay, so my knee is facing towards the hips, and I use my back of my calf muscle here right onto the outside of his head, which is the end of the leverage point. If I'm pushing with my leg down toward my foot down towards his hips, all my pressure is going to be going down towards the hips, and the leverage point, which is his head in this situation, is going to be free to be able to move and create some power. So I don't want to be pushing into this big block of body right here and muscle and core strength. I want right on the end of the lever, so I turn my knee in, and now I can start to apply the arm lock here. And every time his head comes up, instead of my leg being down on the side here, I'm turning my leg down and pushing my foot to the floor and raising my hips here. Cool? So one more time here. He comes down low, so keep him low. I'll try to pull the jacket and pass. If I can't, then I'll just start to pull it out from the back, make my angle, grab the brabo here. He goes to defend. As soon as I feel that arm come up, I'm going to switch my position, lock over the top of the shoulders. I got a nice high attacking guard where I can control posture. Okay, from here, I'm going to grab the brabo still. You can make the grip. If he starts to pull his head away or something like that, you can always go back to the choke if you want to. Or use your hand to push the head away. Turn the leg down towards the ground. Let your both arms out now, hold the wrist, and raise the hips to get the submission. Cool? So that's how we chain together our arm lock, straight arm lock from the brabo choke in close guard, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Now tomorrow I will drop another video. We'll look at a combination of going for the arm lock, and then we'll look at how to transfer to the triangle, and then after that we'll look at the omoplata as well, guys. So some really cool videos coming up. I hope you enjoyed them, and yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow, guys. Us.